Faith is a gift. February 5, 2014. With your conscious willingness to be connected with God and all that He is, your own faith, beautiful ones, will grow by varying degrees and kinds that make up your total faith. Your beliefs are derived from intellectual faith, which comes forth through your ability to comprehend the meaning of concepts and principles. Your intellectual faith brings you towards a vast array of teachings that are sacred, that teach you about your divine nature and your role within this fine universe. Your own beliefs, beautiful ones, also provide you with deeper understanding and clarity and direction to your inner self, while at the same time permitting you to come to the conclusions to why you are here and knowing your purpose. Your intellectual faith truly begins when you start knowing about the divine and how deeply connected you are to God and all that He represents. Your own precious heart speaks of emotional faith. This is joined with the greatest heart of the world, with God. Your emotional faith rises from your innate need to belong, within your search for love and completeness. Your emotions hold the potential, beautiful ones, to opening up your connection to God and the divine, and this is determined by certain contributing factors such as certain music that triggers an inner sensation, listening or reading stories that come from spiritual texts, learning how faith can affect every dear soul, and being able to see the superior quality of beauty found in the nature that grows and thrives all around you, by allowing yourself to participate in essential spiritual ceremonies and letting go of the disillusioned perception of what a material life can offer you. There are even more ways than what we shared today that help open your precious heart to God. Your emotional health, beautiful ones, can easily be acknowledged and known through pure heartfelt commitment, trust and confidence in God. Now it is time for you to comprehend perceptual faith. This form of faith comes your experiences, while at the same time opens a direct channel to experience God. Understand, beautiful ones, it is in your response to your alleged relationship with God that can either have deeper experiences or less meaningful experiences. By acting in a practical way that demonstrates the continued development of your soul, you will move forward in order to reach higher realms of consciousness that will deepen your relationship with God. Perceptual faith, beautiful ones, is not going to be predictable. These moments happen during rare moments that take you by surprise, and the experiences that you meet leave you breathless and on the path of learning more of God and all that He represents in your own life as well as in the lives of all that lives upon this planet. Even though faith in God is essential for you to have a pure-hearted connection with God, it is yet not quite enough. How you approach and your method to connect with God will enormously affect your connection and relationship with God. With the practice of prayer and meditation, the doors between you and the divine, including God, are widened. Understand, beautiful ones, the more faith you have in all aspects that you are, the more you are able to contribute during prayer and meditation, therefore making your connection with God and the divine that much stronger. Even with knowing, meditation and prayer are key doorways to your connection with God. Once you have your faith established and it is solid, it is then necessary for each individual dear soul to learn of the path that will take them home to God and His infinite heart. When you have faith, a kind of faith that is strong in its beliefs, emotions, and perception, then you are able to move into higher unknown realms, giving trust and confidence in God that He is guiding and supporting you each step of your journey that will enrich your mind beyond normal, mundane experiences. When you have absolute faith, it is normal for your values to change and maybe move in new and different directions, towards a way that will provide more meaningful experiences that are important to your own growth and development, that is also binding to the Spirit of God. Understand, beautiful ones, without faith, you would have nothing but what you can physically touch and what you know. With a lack of faith, you would become much more vulnerable to the unavoidable challenges that life can literally throw at you. But the moment you add even the smallest amount of faith, you automatically gain a fresh perspective on life and begin to rethink your values and seek God for guidance, support and ultimately, love. We encourage each of you to understand, beautiful ones, faith and truth comes from your willingness to be connected with God and of the divine, and therefore this is a choice made by you. Faith in itself is a gift, and this gift depends on how willing you are to receive it. Understand, dear ones, faith is provided to you at a high level, one that is beyond your normal awareness of your conscious ability to choose. This means truthfully, you are unable to decide to have faith, but you can decide to feel what faith is and act accordingly with what faith is to you within your beliefs, emotions and perception. And with your effort, this new part of you will grow and develop through the depths of your heart and soul. When faith awakens, your own priorities will change, and you will notice many categories you used to describe things and people also change and become diminished. You will find yourself more closely related to the divine and of course with a deeper connection to God, and your inner life will only expand and grow as it is meant to. Beautiful ones, without faith, which is part of your deeply rooted intuition of the divine, that feeling that stirs your inner self towards the attraction found from God's brilliant light and infinite love, the spiritual quest would not have any interest to you. You would not be able to move forward towards what matters most to your heart and soul. On the other hand, the stronger your faith is, the more frequent and deeper you exercise inner work, which in turn helps to cultivate faith in yourself that links you to God and the divine. With the combination of your spiritual work and faith, what is created is positive feedback, a response that reinforces your spiritual work and your faith. There are actions that you can do that will increase your amount of faith, beautiful ones, and these actions depend largely on your own unique individuality that is filled with unique talents, tendencies and so forth. Inner work is one of the most effective acts that will help deepen your faith, but remember, dear ones, your inner work needs to be effective and fitting to who you are each step of the way, allowing room for change when change presents itself. By seeking a direct and close relationship with God and all of the divine, without any in-between parts, without any past or future, without time, place or even thought, is where you exercise your faith, in the here and now moment where your perception, emotions and beliefs will propel you towards the path of God and all that He represents. You will know great love, when you know God through the relationship you have built from faith. And so it is. I am Archeia Lady Faith through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com